It's the Daily Doug.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Daily Doug. Thanks for being with me today. My friends, today is a Monday. That means it is a Metal Monday as usual here on the channel. And my friends, I was planning on doing something completely different today. I had some plans going and I was really excited about what I was going to share with you, but those plans fell through. We got a block. And so I had to reassess, replan. What are we going to do today? So I was talking about it over the weekend, and some folks in the Daily Doug community said, Doug, for Metal Monday, Megadeth has new music. You could check that out. And I'm like, well, let me look into it. Well, I have. And guess what? We're making today a Megadeth Monday. Y'all, I was very intrigued with what I found out, and I'm happy to have you along for the ride. Megadeth is a band that I have not featured on the channel as often as other longtime successful metal bands. And I got off to kind of a rough start with them, but I really enjoyed what I have heard from them so far. And when I figured out what they were up to, I thought, yeah, I've got to get this on the channel today, y'all. So they formed in Los Angeles in 1983 when Dave Mustaine departed Metallica. This was Dave's new band. He has served as the band's frontman and primary songwriter for the band's entire run, and he's also the band's only consistent member throughout the life of Megadeth. I think that's really cool. And so when I looked into the music that everybody said was new, I saw that this band is planning a big kind of final year in 2026. They are releasing what they are saying will be their 17th and final studio album, and it's coming in late January, so not too long, friends. Normally, when a band releases a self-titled album, it comes pretty early in their discography. Well, here, the guys in Megadeth are releasing for their final studio album a self-titled album. It's called Megadeth. And so that's what we had to look forward to for their swan song here. So they've got two songs from this upcoming album that have been released as singles. They are also the first two songs that appear on the album. The first song is Tipping Point. It was released back in October, on October 3rd. And then the second single, called I Don't Care, was released just 3 days ago on November 14th. So we're catching them when they're relatively new. And guess what, friends? I'm going to listen to both of these songs today. They're not extremely long, and so we're gonna make it a twofer today. 2 Megadeth songs for the price of one. How about that? Each of these songs has an official video that I will be watching. I'm hopeful that I'll be able to share it. The copyright bots on YouTube will see how they're feeling today. It may just be the audio that I'm able to share, but either way, I'm going to be watching the videos to see what's going on with these songs, as well as trying to listen to what's going on in these songs. So let's get everything going, everybody. We've got Dave Mustaine on guitars and lead vocals. Teemu Montisari is on guitars and backing vocals. This is Teemu's first appearance on a Megadeth album. He has previously played with the band called Winter Sun, and what I noticed is he was born after this band was founded, y'all. So Teemu's bringing some young energy to Megadeth here. We've also got James Lamenzo on bass and backing vocals. He has recently rejoined the band after being away for about a decade. And then we've got Dick Verburen on the drums. So let's get started, y'all, with the first single and the lead track from this upcoming album. It is called Tipping Point, and I'm looking forward to get to it now. This is Tipping Point from Megadeth. Here we go. And Dave is behind bars. Bum, bum, bum. Dun, 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 dun. That's a... Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. We're in G minor. And they're using the flat 2, G Phrygian. Holy crap. It went down to D. And they did the same Phrygian thing over D. That's the vibe. One. Play the soul. May. Play the soul. That's cool. So D stays the 5. They haven't really moved to D. Because there's G. Tipping point. Take 18. Made it back to G. There's the 5. May. Lay soul. Yeah. Shit. Push me, I push you back. Respect my authority. This is kicking, y'all. Woo! Right on. Haha. Jeez. There are disturbing parts of this video. And shredding simultaneously going on the guitar. I will invade your mind. I will invade your mind. There's a sound of voices that are bound now with no one else around. Cool. Try to stop the so they're doing that same Phrygian thing over the D. Whoa. You will beg for silence, you will pray for peace. That is a warning. You won't defy me. You won't deny me. I'm at my tipping point. It's kind of a different feel. They're still in G. But it's kind of a different riff for this outro. Is Dave gonna escape? That creepy looking penitentiary? Dave's at his tipping point, y'all. You won't define me. You'll never find me. I'm at my tipping point. It's a kicking song, y'all. The video is a little disturbing. But what a kicking way to start off a metal album. We're at our tipping point and we're just getting started, right? Woo! Well, friends, I've been critical of Dave's vocals in the past. I thought he was right in his comfort zone there. I thought the vocals sounded really great for what all was going on in the song, they were making use of that Phrygian stuff. And when I say Phrygian, that's modal. Okay, so we're not talking exactly major or minor. It's a takeoff on it. It's most like minor, but it's got a little change in it. If we're in G minor, normally it's do, re, mi, fa, sol. Phrygian takes the second scale degree and lowers it. Yeah, so at the beginning you're getting ba-da-dum-bum-bum. So the lowered seventh up to the tonic, and then the half step above it, the lowered second, back to that seventh, and then there. Okay, yep, something like that. And when modes like that get used, a lot of times we have that situation where the tonic note, in this case G, normally it's tonicized by its leading tone a half step below it. I should show y'all what that sounds like. Normally it's that leading tone that resolves up, and then it's got that high second in it. T, re, do, but Phrygian flips that. We get a half step on the top that resolves down, an upper leading tone, and so we get the half step from the top and the full step from the bottom, and instead of, we get that. And it just has a little bit of a different sound to it. Dave apparently likes that Phrygian scale. So let's keep going, friends, to the next song. It's called I Don't Care, and this is the second single that was just released a few days ago, friends. So many of y'all may not have heard this yet. I definitely have not, and let's listen to it together. This is the video and I Don't Care from Megadeth. Here we go. Hi, Dave. Where are we? It's the Skater Demons from Dogma. And a little welcome symbol from Dave. Yada-da-da-da. That's the same thing! Really? Te, Rado. Lowered seventh, half step above tonic, and he's in C. Exact same melody in that riff. I don't care, you can kiss my ass, he says. They went to F. Back to C. I get the feeling that Dave doesn't care. And after kind of a thrash metal, power metal song, it's like punk metal. This has 90s vibes to it, y'all. This reminds me of the crazy kids that were in high school with me. Where'd they go? They were in F. Yeah, use it as a half step. E minor for a kicking solo. Up a minor third. So now they're in G. Skating on fire. Up a step. Now they're in A. Well, this is exciting. Yeah.
Was a hater in a thief, a maggot in dead meat, a traitor and a creep, a jack off and a sheep. You know a rat never learns, you get what you deserve. You gotta know that I
Just don't care. Now they're back into C, where they started. He doesn't care if I think the song should go on longer. He's like, F you, I'm just going to stop it here. That was an abrupt ending, y'all, but I have the feeling that Dave doesn't care. Yeah, that's a punk song. Punk metal, y'all. I'm not upset about it. It's got a really great kind of aggressive forward sound, and there were some key areas in that. Y'all, I heard that C, and then they end up going in the F, and then they went down, and then they went up to G minor, and then they went to A minor, they went back to F, then went down there. They were all over the joint, and that's not a long song, y'all. So especially when they got into the instrumental portions of that tune, they were taking us on quite a journey, right? That's impressive music, friends. Consider my expectations overmet. You know, I really love it when that happens. I come into it going, okay, Megadeth, what do you got? You've been at it for a long, long time. Let's see if you still got it. I think they still do, y'all. And those two songs have, even though they're both really making use of that Phrygian mode and a similar riff, they've got different feels to them. And I think it's an effective way to start off a metal album. I'd keep listening, for sure. So, yeah, I've talked about Dave's vocals in the past, and I've gotten some flack for it in the past, for like, hey, come on, don't talk about Dave like that. What are you doing? So Dave's vocals, I gotta keep it real, y'all. His vocals still don't hit quite as hard for me as some other metal vocalists that we've heard here on the channel. I'm thinking about folks like Ozzy, Ronnie James Dio, Bruce Dickinson, Rob Halford, even Jeff Tate, even James Hetfield from Metallica. We heard Ride the Lightning recently on the channel, and I noted while I was hearing that just how much I thought that James's voice was a really great fit for their music and for that metal sound. Well, as we heard Dave today, I know that he's not as vocally gifted, naturally gifted as those other singers, but he's really making the most of his musicianship, I hear, in these two songs. His voice really matches. He's done some things lyrically, vocally, in the melody that give him a range that fits for him, and it was really effective. So good on you, Megadeth. Let's keep rocking and rolling, y'all. So after all of that, and I still haven't included Megadeth as often as many other metal bands here on the channel, and I'll try to keep getting back to them. And especially after hearing these two, I think their music has its own place and its own lane in this genre. And now there's going to be 17 albums from this band just sitting there waiting for me to discover them. Yeah, with all of the full album reactions that I've done on Patreon and here on YouTube, I have not yet heard any of Megadeth's albums all the way through. Yeah. So which one should I start with? Should I go back to the beginning? Let's see. Killing is in my business and business is good. That was their first album in 85. Peace sells, but who's buying? That was 86. So far, so good. So what? 1988. Rust in Peace from 1990. Some of those titles are familiar to me from when I read in to four previous songs that we've heard here on the channel. So should I go back to some of their classic albums, or should I just be ready to hear this full self-titled album when it finally becomes released in late January? Megadeth fans, let me know where you'd like me to go next, and I'll give you my thoughts as best as I can give them, y'all. But for today, I'm just really thankful that I was clued in. That's a really good thing about the Daily Doug community, friends. If I just talk and I let them know what's going on, if I keep the folks that are the big supporters of the channel in the know for what we're planning, what we're thinking about, and when something happens where I was like, yeah, not going to be able to do that, when somebody's ready with, here's good timing for this one, and I'm like, yes, I will grab that and we'll feature that on the channel. And I'm glad I did, friends. Brand new music from Megadeth. It's really exciting. I mean, they're capping off their 4-decade career with this final album, and based on what I heard in these two songs, I think it's going to kick some major ass, y'all. So rock and roll, rock and roll. It's been a fun Megadeth Metal Monday here on the channel. I thank you very much for joining me, but that is going to be all for me today, my friends. I thank you very much for joining me, and we will see you next time on another edition of the Daily Doug.